say change is as good as a holiday, and sometimes just even changing your clothes, it gives you a whole new perspective of life. Oh, Serenity Festival is just one of a kind. I've been there last year, and I was also involved with the fashion show last year with Jacqueline from Emotional Evolution.
Welcome back, guys, and we are talking Serenity Festival again. And today I'm joined by Angelique Taylor, who is helping at the Fashion Corner at Serenity Festival, and she's also facilitating a meditation, quite a special meditation, on Sunday morning. So, Angelique, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Deepak. I really enjoy it.
Wonderful. So, Angelique, Serenity Festival seems like you're quite invested in it. I mean, you're doing a special meditation and you're also helping the fashion corner, you're bringing clothes, selling accessories. So, why do you think people should come to this festival?
Oh, Serenity Festival is just one of a kind. I've been there last year, and I was also involved with the fashion show last year with Jacqueline from Emotional Evolution. She's also part of the Fashion Corner this year. So yeah, and we had an amazing time. It was just spiritual and fun and artsy, and it just brings everything together. There's nothing that's left out, almost, to say it like that. So it's an all-round experience.
No, that's amazing. So I'm glad you came last year, so you know what it's all about. And last year's fashion was definitely very interesting. So at the fashion corner, what can people expect? I mean, I know Gerda's given us a bit of overview. She did a podcast with me a couple of weeks ago, and she was explaining how she's going to transform people. Get them out of their rut and their old wardrobe, and just give them a new look because you can really spice up your life and change the vibe of your life just by changing your fashion.
Yeah, I always say change is as good as a holiday, and sometimes just even changing your clothes, it gives you a whole new perspective of life and how amazing you can feel. It's like a self-love almost, you just like bathe yourself, and it just lifts your vibration, just being in something new and something different. So she's going to do people's hair with braids, and there's going to be somebody doing makeup, and there's so many different stalls and people coming together, like really creating this whole thing to make it like a transformational corner, and my one friend, MJ, she's making the twisted stone jewelry. So I'm gonna have lots of her items there. It's really, really beautiful. And also, I also make clothing like very like artsy fartsy, fairy, fantasy vibe things. So like dragon wings, I've made these beautiful flowy dragon wings, and yeah, it's just I'm really looking forward to see how everything comes together this year. And yeah, that's it. That's for the fashion corner. And then I don't know if I can tell you a little bit more about the yoga nidra meditation that I'm doing on Sunday.
Yeah, go for it. So you told me a little bit before we started recording that it's actually not yoga. It's like a meditation, but people still have to bring their yoga mats. They still have to, prepare as if it's a yoga session, but it's slightly different.
Yeah, so yoga nidra happens basically you lie on your back, so it happens in savasana. So it's also there's another name for it. It's non-sleep, deep rest, where you just lie down and you immerse yourself into relaxation. It is an instant stress reliever. It really activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So once you're lying down, there's no moves involved. Lots of people always tell me that maybe they can't do yoga nidra because there's certain moves and things that they find difficult. But yeah, there's no moves involved. You just lie down. You can bring a pillow for behind your knees if you feel like that's going to make you a little bit more comfortable, or even for behind your neck. And from there on out, it's just full on. You take people through different states of relaxation where they'll focus on their body, and then they'll go into their mind and do visualizations, and Also, there's breathing techniques and things involved, which actually releases free fall tension, like mentally, physically, and emotionally. And there's not a lot of meditations that actually takes you so deep, so fast to release all of those tensions. And it's amazing. It's like it is in between an awake state. So I don't know if you know Nikola Tesla. Normally, when he would run out of ideas for his inventions, he would go lie down and he'll have like a metal ball in his hand. And when the metal ball drops is literally when he just almost fell asleep. And then he'll wake up and he'll have all these new perspectives and ideas of how to continue with his work. So yoga nidra is almost like that, but it's a little bit just different, like more like a meditation. But in that state where you go in almost falling asleep, and then when you come out, that's where you drop all of those tensions and refresh and renew your whole being. So yeah, it's also very good for, say, you're struggling with sleep. It really improves your sleep. It's really good to even do before bedtime to just calm your nervous system and get yourself ready for bed. It's very good for emotional healing. It's a real energy booster as well. Like, say, for instance, in the afternoons when you feel like that slump, you'll just I'll usually do like a 15-minute yoga nidra. So there's different times. You can do 10 minutes, you can do 45 minutes. There's even yoga nidras that you can do for the whole night long. Say you suffer from insomnia or something. You can do that the whole night long and it will be like you've slept, but even better, because while you're sleeping, you're dreaming. And that actually interferes into the rest process, while yoga nidra is a no dream state, So in my studies, I've learned that 1 hour of yoga nidra is almost equivalent to 4 hours of sleep. So it's almost like sleep, but better. And I'm laughing because you would think there's nothing better than sleep, but it's definitely amazing.
No, no, but I've heard stories of, very high vibrational people. I've heard from my swamis and other very learned peoples that there are like techniques where you can get a whole night's sleep just in a couple of hours. So maybe this is one of those techniques, so you can have more time in the day to do work. I mean, this is such a busy era, like in humanity. We are all so busy. We've got responsibilities, work to do, you know, bills to pay, this to sort out, things to buy. Like it's so busy. We just don't have enough hours in the day. And I always have heard the complaint, like people are saying, well, I don't have enough hours. Where am I going to find time to do meditation or yoga? Like I don't even have time. But actually, these type of meditations actually give you more time and they make you more effective in the time that you have as well. So it is really, really powerful. So Angelique, I'm curious, how did you get into this special kind of yoga and your love for fairy fashion? I mean, they seem a bit contradictory, but maybe there is a relation.
So I used to go to a lot of trance parties where there's a whole lot of mix of people there. There's like partier goers, like very like party people, and then there's more like the spiritual side of it as well, And I met my one friend there. He's my Reiki master, so he did my Reiki attunements for me. And since I did my Reiki course with him, like, it just feels like all of these things all of a sudden started coming to me, like I met Janiki and um, I did my Red Tent facilitation course with her, and it just feels like it all came nicely together. Because then she also said that she's got the Yoga Nidra course that she's doing, and I got it for a good discount because I was already one of her students, And I've been doing meditation. I started with in 2011, and it really helped me. I used to really suffer from anxiety and depression and just even addiction, and I felt as soon as I started meditating that all these things gradually, naturally started to disappear, and then when I started with the yoga nidra, it was just next level for me. Like when I feel tired in the afternoon and I immerse myself in a yoga nidra for 15 minutes, like when I wake up, it's like my day is resetted. I all of a sudden feel focused again. I'm like ready to rumble, like, and then I just do everything. It's like having 2 days in one day. And that's perfect for these things. Like this morning, I thought, like, I've got such a busy day. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to even sit down for a moment, And sometimes we just need to find that balance between movement and stillness, and everything else will just fall into place, if you know what I mean. So yeah, oh yeah, and with the clothing line, like I actually first started with my clothing in 2011 as well, when I started going to the trance bodies, and then I saw all these beautiful hippie clothes, and I was like, well, I did some sewing at school, so I was just like, I want to do this, and I was really doing amazing with my clothing up until even before lockdown. I still make lots of clothing, but I also do other things now, like make costumes for this one costume shop, Costume Castle, and I've also started with doing more interior stuff. Like I've done car seats, insides. I do curtains, bedding. Like it's just accelerated. So now I'm just like doing everything.
So I love the fact that you mentioned trance bodies. So trance bodies, I think, was a big shift in my life. Um, I went to my first trance party in 2004 in Cape Town. I think it was Groovy Troopers, one of those ones. And I immediately fell in love in trance parties. And I even moved to Cape Town just to go to more trance parties. So I Cape Town for like 7 odd years. And I went to plenty trance parties, and it's something very special about the decor there, and I can understand why that captivated you, and got you intrigued, because they really spend a lot of effort in really making beautiful designs that just blend in with the natural environment and just sort of make this connection between nature and this dance area or the space, that they just decorate. It's really beautiful. They've got these psychedelic pictures and, fairies and dragons, and it's really fascinating. So to bring that into clothing is just so cool. And I hope people can appreciate it. But there's more to it than just funky colors and cool designs. There's actually something special in the just the geometric patterns and how it connects with the nature, right? Is there anything else that you can add to that?
Yeah, I agree. It's the consciousness. Like I read somewhere, like when people dance and they listen to the same music, like their heartbeats and their brain, heart, brain coherence actually align, and they become like a unit. It's like you can even see when people are dancing around on the dance floor, like they're moving together. It's like this body of people dancing, like this bigger thing. And there is definitely a more conscious and awareness with all these geometric shapes plus the nature and the green, uh, like this greenness from the plants and the trees, and just bringing people out, like we are so in our little boxes and working hard, doing things like that. And it really is amazing to come out, move around, play, and just get your, like, there's nothing better than a dance floor, the music, especially a trance floor. I love all sorts of music. I've been a metalhead, I've been in the goth scene, I've been in all different kind of genres. I like drum and bass, I like techno, but there's just something about a trance floor as well. It just, you can just feel it untangling things within you. So it's really like a whole meditational experience all by itself.
It's true. I mean, I'm also a music aficionado. I love all music from the 70s, even rap music, metal, rock. But there's something special about psytrance. And you're right about the crowd starts to sort of move in a rhythm. Like if you step away from the crowd, I mean, I've done this countless times, stepping away from the crowd and just watching it, you can actually see everyone is in rhythm. This doesn't happen at any other music festival. I've been to countless other festivals, rock festivals and house music and electronic stuff. It doesn't happen where people are moving in this kind of synchronicity. So there's something about that, that 145 BPM or whatever it is that they're playing. It really taps into your brain and gets it into some sort of alpha state. And your body, if you let it feel that music, you would move. And I think that's what happens. People sort of start letting go, and then the music just sort of takes over, and it gets the whole crowd moving in synchronicity. It is truly, truly amazing. If you've never been to a psytrance party, definitely one to check out. So, Angelique, anything else to add?
Yeah, other than that, it's just also amazing the way people play together, like this. I've been to rock festivals and all the different kind of festivals, but even at Serenity Festival last year, I think Tanya was doing the dance floor. She started the dance and then eventually it moved inside and there was live bands and there was things. But the people would dance and play together. There's not a separateness, like it's a like hey, you dance with this one, then you dance with that one, and it's just like more open than just like doing your little dance there in your little corner. And yeah, last year Tanya was taking us through all the elements and things, and I could just feel it at the stage she was at water, and I just had tears rolling down my face. I wasn't crying, but it was just this release. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what's happening at Serenity this year as well, because I know it's going to be next level.
Exactly right. And just for people to know, if you get your day pass, all of the stuff that Angelique has mentioned is included in your day pass. So the yoga nidra session, the dancing with Tanya, all the music available. I think obviously the fashion corner you have to pay a bit extra if you want a makeover, but there's so many things that are just included in the day pass at Serenity Festival. And like Angelique said, it is going to be a blockbuster. Last year was just a little teaser. This year is way better. And just come and express and let your hair down and let your guard down and just be yourself and connect with like minded people. So, see you there. Angelique, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you too. I will see you there. Really excited. And I don't think I've mentioned the Yoga Nidra is Sunday 12 o'clock as far as I know. So bring your yoga mat and whatever you feel like is going to make you comfortable. You can even bring like a little blankie or whatever. If you feel like taking a little nap, I won't mind. That's also all right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see you all there.
Okay, guys. So, all the details are below this video. Go check out Angelique, go check out her fashion, go check out her yoga, nidra meditation, and see you there.